them. Kings Rewind. Last night. La 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 la. Overtime win with the Lithuanians.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen the game, now you know. Here we go.
My bad.
Kings Rewind. Well, the Kings are closing out the final week before the All-Star game with a 3-game road trip that opened in Dallas, Texas. The Mavericks fan base has been a bit upset with their decision makers as they dealt Luka Doncic to the Lakers.
I came to that locker room for brotherhood, and all you did was judge me. Because why? I was fat? Why? Because I like to eat a little bit?
Poor Luka.
In return, they received Max Christie and Anthony Davis. AD performed well in his debut, but also got hurt, and he will be out for a while.
Shocker.
Hey, I know I shouldn't do this, and Campeo gets really mad because I interrupt the bit, but honestly, how have we not asked this question? Sorry. Chris, what if Monty had traded for Luka? We've never really considered that. What do? You have to root for him.
Yeah, I'd still make fun of him because he's fat.
You would?
Yeah.
You'd make fun of a sitting king for being fat?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That would be a horrible bit, yet funny. All right,
I made fun of Bobby Jackson when he was sitting.
Back to you.
He made fun of Doug's free throws.
To his face.
He's ruthless.
We're going to be visiting him in the hospital one day. I just know it.
Where are we? AD. Oh, yeah. He was named an all-star, but needed to be replaced, and the Kings fan base was certain the commish would pick Domantas Sabonis, but instead, Kyrie Irving got the nod.
Who paying you? I recommend you.
Well, the Kings now are the only team in the league without any all-star representation in any event on All-Star Weekend, the only one, and it's being held just down the road from Sacramento.
Okay, fine. You can keep your small-minded podunk town with no culture and an average Chinatown at best. And P.S., your trolleys are stupid. They make you look like a child.
Good pull, Chris. As for the game, the Kings started in the giving mood and turned the ball over 8 times in the opening quarter, which helped the Mavs open up an 8-point lead after 1.
Stop it. Get some help.
In the second quarter, Dallas, which was already thin up front due to injury, had an in-game injury to starting center Daniel Gafford that forced them to play small ball.
Randy.
Meanwhile, the Kings could sense that DeMar DeRozan was on to something special as he went 5 for 5 in the quarter and scored 14 points to tie the game at the half.
Rose came home, y'all didn't deserve him neither.
And after establishing an 8-point lead in the third on the road, the Kings were feeling good until Dallas finished the quarter on a 20-6 run to take a 6-point lead into the final quarter.
Oh, no. We suck again.
Daddy don't like.
The deficit would grow, and the Kings were looking very shaky. That is when Kings coach Doug Christie would go to the big boy lineup for the first time, pairing Domantas Sabonis and Jonas Valanciunas on the floor together.
We have the meat.
The Kings not only cleaned the glass every time,
That's like the spark.
but they also controlled the paint. And even took the lead late in the game. The lineup didn't last because Valanciunas picked up his 6th and final foul.
Go stand in the corner and think about what you've done. No dessert.
No dessert.
Down 2 with under 15 seconds to go, DeMar DeRozan would tie the game with his 37th and 38 point, and we are going to overtime.
I'm Debo. Who? Debo.
In overtime, in a tie game with 1 minute left and Sabonis at the line, he missed the second free throw, but Malik Monk swooped in and got a critical offensive rebound and put it back, and a 2-point lead for the Kings.
I'm a pizza guy.
Did you know that Malik means king in Arabic?
I was not aware of that.
The Kings would extend the lead to 4.
That's funny. It does.
But after it was, describe it. But after it was cut to 2, they had the ball, and DeMar DeRozan put the game away with a dagger instead of couldn't put the game away, with a dagger. Instead, former Warrior Klay Thompson buried a 3 and gave the home team a 1-point lead with under 10 seconds to play.
Damn, we lost. You worthless piece of junk.
No, down 1, and the inbound went to DeRozan. He dribbled into a baseline double team, and while it looked like he was done, instead he stepped through and continued to cook.
Come on, you graceful gazelle.
He buried the mid-range runner, and the Kings went ahead. The inbound was then turned over on an offensive foul, and the Kings win. Kings win. The Kings win. The Kings win the season series over the Dallas Mavericks.
And that is Dallas.
Chalk up another double-digit comeback victory.
The family can't see if it's not over.
They now have won another close game. That is 7 straight wins in games decided by 5 points or less.
So this team is perfect.
And the Kings now close out their road trip with back-to-back games in New Orleans starting on Wednesday.
Go get there and get the ball out.
And there you go. And that is the rest of the story.
Well done.